Hi, this is Dan Smith, and this is video number 11 in a series following my acute myeloid leukemia journey, start on my journey. And for those of you who've been following, I'm going to start by just giving you an update of stuff that's been going on. But first, I want to just express gratitude for all the family and friends and some massive amounts of love and support and financial support we've gotten, just all kinds of support that we've needed, and it's all been there on time. We have had little worry at all. In fact, we've gotten to a place where we don't do worry for very long. We work it out. And so I'm going to give you a little update, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about hope, because a lot of people ask, how do you maintain hope, Dan, when things look pretty bleak at times? And we just went through a period where things looked pretty bleak. And it seemed like all the news from the medical community was pretty bad news over the last few weeks. Ever since my lung surgery where they removed the fungus. The fungus is doing okay. I mean, I think we got the medicine that's shrinking the remaining tumor, and looks like that's working really well. So now it's all about the cancer and leukemia is a blood cancer that starts in the bone marrow. And so I just did a round of chemo, and it's 21 shots over 7 days, and then a few weeks of a break. And I'm supposed to start again this week, but I've got a fantastic family reunion planned leaving this Friday. So the doctor thought that was a priority, and I agree with her completely. So my brother, bless his heart, set it up, and we're going to see family that I haven't seen in a long time. Got a beautiful house right on the water in Rockaway. Yeah. Anyway, so the news up till then has been pretty bad. I mean, the statistics dropped down to 3% odds of survival. And so we're just sort of doing what they call palliative care, keeping me comfortable, trying to stretch out some time. What's a sliver of hope for cure? That's them. We have way more than a sliver of hope for cure. We have strong hope for cure. The latest with that is when I started this particular chemo, my blast cells were at 31%. Now, blast cells are cancer cells that have leaked out of the bone marrow because there's so many in the bone marrow. So it's a good, simple measure of where your leukemia is at, short of doing a bone marrow biopsy. So at start it was 30%, and now we're at 0%, which was a surprise to the doctors. That doesn't mean the leukemia is gone, but it's reduced enough so that it's not leaking into the blood anymore. So the plan is to do 4 more of these rounds, and we'll see where we go from there. My plan is to have it completely wiped out and a cure. So that's against the odds, but I don't care about odds. All sorts of people are outliers in approaching these kinds of things, and my attitude is good. So to the question of hope, how do you maintain hope when the news continues to be bad? And so hope to me really has nothing to do with emotion. I think when you have hope, you have positive emotions like joy and peace and whatnot. But if you're expecting hope to hit you as an emotion, you're going to be waiting a long time. So hope is a attitude, and it's a mental and emotional and spiritual reaction to the darkness that is coming. It's the dark messages that you're a goner, Dan. You're not going to make it. The statistics are against you. You've got an incurable disease. And on the other side, one of my main symptoms from the leukemia is fatigue, because when you've got leukemia in your bone marrow can't produce red blood cells that you need to be able to carry oxygen and protein and energy. So I'm extremely limited in what I can do. Also has caused some deterioration in my back, and I have an extremely painful sciatica, so I can stand for maybe 5